It's train time, starting now, right after this small intro.
In compliance with COPA, this video is not for children under the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised. Sponsored by Canadian Model Railroad.ca and by donations from patrons like you. Further support provided by miniprints.ca. Make your layout come alive with the 3D creation of miniprints.ca. And now on with the show with your hosts, Peter and Joe.
Well, Joe, what time is it?
Well, it's train time.
Train time?
Episode number 31.
31.
Yes.
31.
And it's an interesting show this month. You know, we got a little surprise for the first segment, but then it's a photo of the month.
Photo of the month. View from above.
The view from above. And in between that, we have the contest of mini print.
Yes.
Diorama that we have sent to Bernard.
Yes.
So we'll be commenting on that and what we did there and so on and so on. And to close the show, we'll have another series of short videos in regard to Railfanning, you know, because this show is produced right now and I'm not there.
Yes.
So it's pre-tape for that reason. And the August show, which is number 32, would be a little delayed because I will have surgery at the end of this month.
Yes.
So let's go see the first segment. Well, July is also, Peter, the surprise to go visit the diorama or the model railroad at the Heritage Center in
the museum. The museum.
Yes.
Quite
a few show back, we show you the behind the scene to build that layout.
Yes. Yep.
You know.
Big project.
Very big project. That project was built by Peter and myself, and we were assisted in the sound by Christian. And we had Mary Russell, one of our crew guys that did some of the cars.
The coaches, yep.
The coaches that were there and help us to go and assemble that in the museum.
And Tony was helping us with the scenery and the trees.
Yes, and he also did help us getting all the plank for the boardwalk ready in the studio. And we had also Tom Reeve, the president of the club at the time, that came and did some work with us in regard to carpentry for the base and so on of that layout.
And some of the boardwalk boards, we had him doing those.
He was doing the staining, if I recall.
Yeah. The scraping and staining.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, Tom passed away.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, we'll show you the video that we shot at the museum, and we'll also add some pictures of a close-up that we took after we took the video, and we hope you enjoy it. And we certainly hope that if you're ever around Grand Beach and Grand Marais in Manitoba, that you take the time to go visit that museum.
Yes, it's an interactive one, and it's interesting. It's good for the whole family.
Well, it was built in 2014. We're in 2022. That's 8 years, and that layout is pristine.
You know, it's under plexiglass, which is really good. It's kept it dust free and clean. So it was nice to revisit it.
Oh, absolutely.
And brought back a lot of memories for us.
Oh,
so we hope that you enjoy the segment, and like Joe said, anytime you're in Grand Marais, stop in and visit them.
We are about to listen to the dance pavilion. This is all interactive. There's buttons here
You press the dance pavilion and you hear periods of music. Next stop on the layout is the carousel with the merry-go-round and the horses. Our next stop on our little tour, we're going to go along the boardwalk and make our way to the bandstand. And the bandstand was actually a Campbell kit that we put together for this. So here's the bandstand. And now we're going to make our way around the boardwalk and come all the way back around to the station. And as we come down the boardwalk, right near the train, you'll see the Transcona band right out on the boardwalk. And next thing is the train leaving the station. So our tour continues, and I believe we're now looking at the beach house and where they went to change into your swimsuits. And in those days they were pretty much cover up, and some of them were still wool, I think. Concession stand. You can see the different concession stands along the boardwalk. Playground facilities. In the background, you can see the wharf, and you could rent boats, rowboats. And out on the lake, you can see there's people swimming and boating, some fishing. It's really a very nice depiction of the time period when CN used to run the moonlight specials up to Grand Beach, and of course ran Grand Beach as a resort. The CP had Winnipeg Beach and CN had Grand Beach, and they were kind of the North American Manitoba equivalent to Coney Island Resort in the States. Lots of trees been put on this. There's so much detail that one really has to come and have a look at it. And if you ever have a chance to do that, it's well worth the trip. They still get, I believe, thousands of visitors here when the museum is open during the summertime. And they basically run, now that we're out of the COVID, they run from the May long weekend through to Thanksgiving long weekend. So it's been a pleasure taking you on the tour of the Grand Beach diorama, and hopefully you'll maybe someday be able to make it here to see it in real life. Amazing amount of detail that we put into it. And it's also under a plexiglass dome which keeps the dust and grit off it. So it is in pristine condition, considering that it was built in 2014. So, that's our tour of the Grand Beach Grand Marais Heritage Wing CN Moonlight Special diorama. We hope that you've enjoyed this segment, and certainly if you get a chance, come and see it for yourself. It's well worth the visit.
Well, Peter, I guess now the viewer will realize that we're not just talking up in the air as far as modeling is concerned.
No. There's, like we said in the kind of the prelude, it brought back a lot of memories, and looking at some of the things that you and I did on there, it's just it's amazing. You building the station with the detail inside and out, and the curtain flapping out of the open window, and and me having guys sitting in outhouses with doing their business with the door open, and
the other one sitting in the lug.
Oh yeah,
the trails.
Yeah, it's
and probably that the viewer will have realized what you can do with figures.
Oh yeah,
because the way the figures had been placed on that specific layout, they look interactive by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you a story right then and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the beach, well, the beach is unreal. What I forgot to mention is that the backdrop that you see in there, that mix with the water, for the beach, was painted by Larry Ziffel, which was a fantastic artist
Yes.
when it comes to painting. Unfortunately, Larry Ziffel has passed away.
Yes.
So I think it's of note to say how great his work was, and his work is now memorialized within that layout that we just featured to you.
Well, here we got the diorama for the contest of mini prints. You will recognize the figures that are part of the diorama. You got the little toilet with the flowers in it. You got the guy mowing the lawn. You got the other brothers that is on the quad, the picnic table. You also have the white dog in there that decide to have a poop. You got the lying dog on the deck, the fridge, and also the gas barbecue. Now, the shed on the back is the Itla shed with the moose horn that was sent previously for the first contest that he did. And you got the trailers with the satellite dish on it. Now the trailer has been painted so that it look a little older. You have the old truck on the blocks that is there, which is a recent model. And you also have the old Massey Ferguson tractors with the farmer. Now they are coming in, the farmer, to let know the owner of the trailer that tornadoes is coming in. As you can see, it's a pretty wild tornado. It took the fence. You got some cows and some woods and debris in the tornadoes. And the question is, will it hit the trailer or will it go on the field across the road? So some of the figure in there are not mini print, but for the purpose of the scene, we use as many mini print as possible. So I hope you enjoy this little overview of the diorama that has been sent to Bernard for his contests.
Well, that was good.
Yes.
you know. Very beautiful module.
Yes.
I don't know if it will win the contest, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yes, what you can
it was
do.
fun. It was
Yeah,
fun.
is what you can do with those mini print anyway.
Yep.
So, go and visit miniprint at miniprint.com, you know, because it's worthwhile.
Yes.
And now, folks, is the view from above. Well, always a nice segment
Yes.
with view from above.
I always enjoy that.
Yes, and I hope that the people enjoy railfanning as much as modeling. The next part of the segment is some railfanning from some people that have sent some video. So enjoy it. Peter, it's nice to see some people going and taking some video of rail fanning
Yep.
and so on. This summer, so far, we didn't have time to go and do
No.
our own rail fanning.
No.
I think because more of my situation than anything else,
Well,
it make it impossible.
it's been a crazy summer. Starting off with all the rain.
Yeah, well, we're in Manitoba, Canada, so we can expect about any type of weather, really. So, folks, there's a lot of improvement that have been done on this CMR during those months. To be honest, I'm kind of behind,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But one way or another, we hope you stick with us, keep telling your friends about our video.
Yes.
Feel free to comment below,
Yes. Send us comments.
and you can comment also on our Facebook group page, Canadian Model Railroad.
Yes.
And
You can send photos to the Facebook page as well.
we're looking for material all the times, We enjoy to see what you're doing and so on. And we did like to feature you because your work is valuable,
Yes.
So, and is no layout that is not good, right?
No, there's all kinds of techniques and there's all kinds of artistic things that modelers have. I mean, your artistic stuff is different than mine. And,
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice to see what everybody else is doing as well. So
Well, pretty soon I'd like to do a video also, Peter, on scratch building, because we got some cabins and all sort of things to scratch build. And show the people that you do not necessarily have to rely on a hobby shop, to do some nice modeling in your layout. You can use a lot of stuff that are already around you.
Oh yeah.
And that's on the scratch building is one of the things I did like to portray to the viewer of what you can do. Peter and I are no professional. Okay, we're just ordinary guys doing ordinary work with an ordinary layout. Okay,
We've
So-
just been modeling for years, and we pick up stuff as we go along,
and the pleasure for us, or big thrill on that, is to share it with all our viewers. So that's really the reason for it. Now, I know, and you know, Peter, is some people that have video out there that are total professional.
Yep.
Okay, you look like Towens and those guys, and they are fantastic when they do some works. For some, we will be fantastic. For some others, we won't. We don't feel any distress if you don't like the way we do things, But it's some who are worse than us and some who are better than us.
Yes.
So we're just ordinary guys, and we hope that the little we bring to you, can help you building your layout. And
it's the idea of being able to share what we've learned and what we practice with other hobby modelers, and there's, like I said, there's so many different artistic techniques that you can try. It's a lot of fun trying them.
yeah, and you don't have to spend a fortune either.
Nope.
You can cut a lot of costs, and I think that's one of the message really that we want to put forwards to the viewer.
The other thing too is if you try something and you don't really like it, you can always take it off your layout or module or whatever you're doing. If you don't like it, you don't have to leave it. You can change it.
You can modify it, and so on till you're satisfied.
God knows we've done that enough.
Oh, God. But, as you go along, you discover a method of your own.
Yes.
Because our methods, you might take some piece of it you know, because I remember when I started modeling, I took piece of this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy, and suddenly I came in with a technique of my own, and I think, Peter, you did the same.
Yep, no, it's it's many years of model railroading. That's
Trial and error.
yes.
You know, and
Hey, and I still have my dinky toys from when I was a kid that I want to make dioramas for. So there you go.
yeah. Well, you know, it's same for me. I do modeling on about many different things. You know, I like to scratch build. I like to modify kits. I like to build vehicles for very specific purpose and so on. But I always look at something that will not cost a fortune, especially the fact that it's such a huge layout upstairs.
Yes.
You know, and we know at our age, because I tell you, we're not spring flowers.
No.
At one point or another, that layout will have to be teared down, you know, and that would be pretty sad the day we have to do that. But till then, we absolutely want to have fun doing it.
Yes.
And that is the secret of your model railroad, folks.
Yes.
You have to have fun. If you do not have fun building your layout,
Do something else.
exactly. So till then, till the next show, thanks for watching us.
Enjoy the hobby.
Enjoy the hobby and happy modeling.
Yes.